Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel we're providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 3.5% in 201 trades. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for little as $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we looked at the S1 release for MMTLP and we focused on looking at the good and the bad. So please refer back to the previous video with regards to an overview of the S1. So in today's video we're going to be doing a follow-up looking at some further developments and some potential strategies that you could use going forward yourself. But before we do that, let's have a look at what's happening in the market so far. So right now, just available from Bloomberg, we can see the headline here: stocks are bouncing back in choppy trading. The dollar is rising. In terms of what's going on with Netflix, there were gains on their earnings and that helped spur a rally in the overall market. With regard to what's happening in the EU, obviously the EU is now, we're saying, is looking at potentially rationing gas and preparing for Russia in terms of when it cuts this supply off. So this also could impact the long-term price of gas, which we know is also going up quite significantly. What I would like to do is focus on some of the final instructions and information provided by John Brda in his final tweet with regard to the S1. He said he's not going to make any further comments on this, but let's have a look at his final posts and see what we can pick up and share some opinions and also make some comments with regard to a potential squeeze. So going over them again, let's see what we can pick up. So his first tweet here are the high points in my opinion. There will be private no ticker, DTC eligibility, but public filings due to the number of holders. New management team super strong and will be developing the field in the near term. So it's very positive about the management team. The other thing we want to focus on is the second follow-up here. High points: once the SEC approves, spin out will occur, preference shares cancelled, looking at 15 days. If you own the preference, make sure your brokerage sends you now the private shares back to the AST for 2 reasons. So we're going to be looking at why this might be important shortly as well. And then in his next tweet, what he said is, in terms of why he said this is important, is number one, for a proper credit for your shares, and then as they're going to be no ticker, you need to have a way to communicate effectively with the shareholders. So the next one after this is where he said here, in terms of opinions, continued, what he's saying here is a new management team is going to be 100% in charge of the direction of the company. It means that it could stay private, go down public, and become obviously an OTC stock, sell out completely, pay dividends as production allows, all options on the table for new management. And I think obviously I'm sure many people will agree, I think the best outcome for all investors would be the option where they sell out completely, hopefully to Conco or Oxy or any other huge organization in the similar sector. And what John has finished off by here on the 16th of July, he said, I won't be tweeting about the S1 anymore or anything related to Meta from now on. I'm not ignoring anyone. Looking forward to completion. Best of luck to all of you. So he is focusing on another project, so we will not be getting any more information from John with regards to MMTLP. So let's see overall what this basically means and what could be some potential strategies going forward. First thing I think everybody would like to know is how long does it normally take the SEC to look at feedback for S1. So what I found here is normally with regard to Form S1s, it can take maybe 30 days after filing for them to provide their initial comments and obviously approval as well. So although it can take 30 days on average, we're looking at potentially around about 24.9 calendar days, which means working days. So basically that should now give us an idea of how long we need to wait. So let's start by having a look at what is AST. So AST is a transfer agent, and if you go to astfinancial.com, you'll be able to see a page like this in the form of a PDF, and it states here at the top, transfer of ownership package. So this is a package that includes all the information that you need to transfer ownership. So go ahead to that website, have a look at what is required there. But let's now focus on John Brda's post with regard to AST transfer, and I'm also going to add in here again some of the talk with regards to a squeeze and why in theory that is still possible. So number one, obviously from reading a lot of messages on social media, I can see that many brokers right now in these early stages of what's going on do seem to be quite confused and also giving contradictory information. And I've seen cases of this with Robinhood, with Webull, Ameritrade, and also with Trading 212. So the other problem here is we haven't had consistency in answers. However, I do believe once we get more clarity and information, I think most of the reputable brokers, if not all brokers, should now be able to be more consistent and have a clear process, because right now I think we're at the stage where there is a lot of confusion, and the brokers are certainly not helping. So first of all, it may be eventually not necessary to register all of your shares, but doing so will definitely put them in the form of common stock of the new company known as NextBridge in the official records, and this is also going to allow you to receive notifications. So with regard to a potential squeeze, what this basically means, owning the shares is obviously going to transfer your preference share for MMTLP over into the new company. Remember, there is not going to be a ticker for that, and then that is going to carry the normal risk versus reward of trading, but also in a private company. And finally, as more people do this, I think with regard to liquidity for MMTLP, that's going to be reduced. What that basically means, it's going to be much harder to trade. And with regards to the hedge funds and the shorts, it's going to be much harder for them to cover. So that's what potentially could still lead to a squeeze for MMTLP. Good news for anybody who's able to trade, bad news for anybody who's not able to trade. But I think the other risk factor is with less liquidity, it may also be quite difficult to cash in as well. So that's another point to be aware of. Ultimately, the final decision with regard to how you play this is entirely yours. Nobody can obviously say this is how you should do it, but what I am going to do now is give you an opinion and a strategy shared here by Scott Muse, and also going to give a shout out to Bird Lady Roller Pigeon. So let's have a look at what Scott said. He said, I went ahead and transferred MMTLP to the AST. So that means he's looking to invest in the new company and take whatever risk that comes with obviously the potential gain. But he's also kept 10,000 shares in the broker account that he may sell or consider selling if the price is right. So that's why we're talking about a potential squeeze, and that will give him an opportunity potentially to take profit. So that's his strategy. So overall, there's no right or wrong answer. And the final angle I like to look at is from the point of view of Trading 212, so mainly for the European and the UK investors. I'm going to give a shout out here to Gaslit Monkey on Reddit, and he said, Ali, I have a concerning one. Trading 212 are saying they cannot directly register our MMTLP shares with the transfer agent, which is AST Financial, as we are only beneficial owners of the shares. And obviously these, they are saying, are apparently held with IBKR. So for people in Trading 212, they cannot trade MMTLP, they cannot directly register. So what can we do? So I think Trading 212 had a similar situation in the early days before we got the MMTLP preference share out there, where there was also previous confusion and lack of clarity. I'm hoping over time Trading 212 can also provide a solution to everybody in Europe as well for this, hopefully as quickly as possible. But I think certainly for now a good strategy would be for everybody to contact them so they are aware that this is something that they need to deal with ASAP. And finally, just before finishing off, I'd like to have a quick review of our stock alerts, which are alerts provided to Discord members daily before start of trading in the pre-market. And first of all, what we called here prior to the 20th of July, on the 19th of July, one of the stocks that we called out was tick symbol APLD. And on the 18th, just prior to the 18th of July, another stock that we called out was tick symbol TBLT. And now in our weekly watch list this week, another stock that we called out was tick symbol EVTL. So let's have a quick look at how some of these stocks did. So from our weekly watch list, which we shared prior to trading on the Monday with all the Discord members here, we've done exceptionally well with tick symbol EVTL. That's up over the previous 5 days in excess of 99%. And right now, close of play today, it was up approximately 9% at $6.01. So congratulations to everybody who got into that. And again, from the daily stock alerts that we provided to the members is ticker symbol APLD, also known as Applied Blockchain, and this is also benefiting from the rebound and bounce back from cryptocurrency, and this today is up in excess of 17% at $2.49, but it's also up an exceptional 170% of the previous 5 days. And finally, we've got ticker symbol TBLT, also known as Tough Build Industries. Again, one of the calls from the stock alerts today. This was up in excess of 35% at around about $4.18, but there was a great opportunity here just earlier in the day to take an advantage of maybe selling this in excess of $5. But over the previous 5 days, this is also up in excess of 95%. So again, well done to everybody who managed to get some significant gains on these. So for more information with regard to getting access to these in advance to the trading start of the trading week on the Monday and start of the trading in the pre-market hours, you can join us in the Discord for as little as $9 a month. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.